Live on the Zone, September 14th, Canelo versus Berlanga. A legendary boxing rivalry, Mexico against Puerto Rico.
You're gonna feel so much pain.
Canelo has been destructive through the division, with win after win after win.
You will see.
But a fearless Berlanga is ready and coming for all the belts, unbeaten and hungry. On Mexican Independence Weekend, Canelo versus Berlanga, September 14th, live on The Zone with English and Spanish commentary. Buy now at thezone.com.
Fight Hub TV with the one and only, the young legend, Caleb Plant. Caleb, here we are again, back on the big stage, man. Tell us how you feel.
Man, feeling great. Fight week's been real fun so far. Weight is great, energy's great. I've had an exceptional camp, one of the best camps I've ever had in my career. And Saturday night, you guys will see the best Caleb Plant yet.
Trevor McCumby a couple minutes ago stood in this very spot, and he said, F-U-C-K Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant. I don't have to prove anything to him. If anybody wants to ask me about my amateur accolades, I will give it to him. I'll give it to him, and they'll see. It's in history. You can look back and see what I won. So I don't really give a what he has to say.
That he doesn't have to prove anything to you. Tell us about that.
We'll see what type of language he uses on fight night. We'll see if he feels the same way and has the same energy. You know, it's easy to get up here in front of y'all because he knows it's going to go out, and, you know, he wants a good sound bite. But when that bell rings, let's see if he means.
Kevin, with fight.
Just got to say that. Got to get that out of the way.
Kevin Garcia, Caleb, what is it about him that you don't like specifically? Because we see that obviously, you know, he doesn't rub you the right way. No, did he? How do you feel about McCumby?
Yeah, I mean, he's in the way of what I'm looking to accomplish, and you know, I've been putting in, you know, 20-something years of hard work to get to this level, and to, you know, I have big goals I'm looking to accomplish, and you know, he's in the way of that. So that's all it takes for, you know, me to not like somebody. You know, if you're an opponent, I'm not friends with people in my weight class. And then on top of that, you know, he's been calling me a quitter, and, you know, he's had some choice words for me. So we'll see about that on Saturday.
One last question for you. Obviously, we've seen that you bought Berlanga or EdgarBerlanga.com. We've seen you do it before with David Benavidez' site. Whatever happened with the Benavidez site? You still own that one too?
As of now, yeah. As of now.
So you posted 2 days ago about your revenge tour sneakers with Kobe Bryant. Can you tell me about that inspiration, what came behind it?
Yeah, you know, obviously y'all know I'm a girl dad with Charlie and Aaliyah, and I just thought, you know, I may not be a girl dad, just a girl dad forever. So, you know, I figured it'd be a good time to, you know, get that out the way. And Kobe, he's been a huge inspiration to not just me, but I'm sure, you know, a lot of us in this room. And, you know, the definition of hard work and dedication and sacrifice, and, you know, putting everything into a dream that you have. And so I just felt like it was, you know, good timing, and I'm inspired by my daughters. You know, I was wanting to make a better way for them before either of them were even here. I'm like, man, I want to put my family in a better place, a better spot. And then, so, yeah.
I talked to Coach Breadman earlier yesterday, and he told me that, quite frankly, you should be insulted by the challenge that McCumby presents to you. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I mean, I do find it, you know, Coach Bread had a bar that, you know, if he was truly confident in his abilities, if he was truly confident in his skills, he wouldn't have waited until he was 28-0 and 31 years old to step up in competition. And then for him to, his first step-up fight, it'd be against me, you know, we take that personal, and so we got a point to prove.
Trevor stood here moments ago, and, you know, we quoted him saying that you were a quitter. I asked him when he would thinks he is going to break you in this fight. He said it rounds 8 and 9. How do you feel about that?
Sounds good. Sounds good. Another soundbite.
Thank you, Caleb. A couple years ago, the Mexicans were yelling at you. Now, whenever you come out, they yell for you. What do you think that says about you as a fighter, about what they think of how you did against Canelo?
You know, I think it just comes from, you know, outside of boxing, I'm a pretty quiet guy, and maybe it come off standoffish or arrogant. And, you know, just over time, people getting to know me better. You know, I'm relaxing myself as I get older and letting people, you know, get a better look at who I am and my life. And then on top of that, just, you know, going after the biggest challenges. You know, I think the Latino community really respects people who go after the biggest challenges and the biggest tests. And, you know, I've been doing that for a long time now, whether it was, you know, Jose Uzcategui, who was a world champion, in my 17th fight to fight for my world title, and the list goes on. You guys know what I'm about, and so I think over time, just earning the respect of the boxing community.
CP, I did it.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. Big weekend for boxing, and I love big boxing. So what better time than now?
CP, I did a little digging about yesterday. The person that yelled out that was heckling you, it actually was McCumby's brother who admitted to it. What do you say about that?
Well, what did he say after I told him to come up there and say it to my face? He showed right the fuck up.
With the one and only Trevor McCumby. Trevor, what's it feel like right now stepping up on the big stage on the undercard of a Canelo Alvarez fight, fighting against a former opponent of his in Caleb Plant?
I've been on the big stage. This is a way bigger stage. Very excited to be here. Everybody, I'm really happy with just everybody here. I hope everybody has a great week, and I'm ready. I'm excited.
For a fighter such as so seasoned as Caleb Plant, what do you think about, what do you have to do in the beginning of the fight to gain his respect?
I'm gonna land those hard shots. I'm gonna use my size, use my physicality, and just let him know who's boss.
Talking about physicality, you threw some very fast punches out there. Is that something that Caleb Plant should be looking out for?
I think so. My speed is a little. You can't really tell until you're in there. So he'll find out on Saturday.
Outside on the apron, I was talking to both your brothers. Your brother saying that they expect you to deal with Caleb Plant pretty easily, that you're just an unknown guy right now, but after Saturday night you won't be. What kind of confidence does that give you?
Gives me a lot of confidence. Obviously my brothers are biased, but they've seen me since I was 7 years old grow up, and they've seen all my fights. They know at the end of the day, I am a winner. That's what I do. I win. In the amateurs, that's how it was. In the pros, that's how it is.
Trevor, Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype. First question for you. What do you think about Caleb saying that, you were embellishing your amateur success and just what he shared in regards to all of that about you?
Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant. I don't have to prove anything to him. If anybody wants to ask me about my amateur accolades, I will give it to him. I'll give it to him, and they'll see. It's in history. You can look back and see what I won. So I don't really give a what he has to say.
There you go. And then one other question, Trevor, just one other question for you. Obviously, we've seen you wear your political stance on your head, literally. What do you think about Trump's performance last night in that debate?
He didn't do very well, but I felt like it was 3-on-1 with the commentators, but he did not do a good job. I thought Canelo did a good job.
Do you think he should do another debate?
I think it might be good. He played a lot of blame games, and I would have rather heard more policy.
You're motivated to win the fight no matter what, but does it give you extra motivation that you feel like Caleb's is underestimating you as a fighter?
Definitely. That's why I trained so hard in this camp. I trained very hard in this camp, and he's going to see what I'm coming with on Saturday. He's going to see. And I'm telling you, I keep saying I'm going to break his will. I'm coming for his heart. That's what I mean. I want him to feel like he did against Canelo, where he's like, man, I'm gonna lay down because I'm tired. This is too hard. Also with David, but I give him credit. He won all the rounds, so we'll see. But at the end of the day, I'm coming for him.
I talked with Stephen Edwards earlier this week, Breadman Edwards, Caleb Plant's coach, and he said, quite frankly, that Caleb Plant should feel insulted by you picking him after 14 years in the game and finally coming up to this level. What's your comments about that?
Listen, I have been wanting an opportunity my whole career. It didn't happen on that first half of my career. Now I'm getting it. I called him out. I called out 3-4 other names in that call-out video. So I think Caleb's a little delusional. He's creating this narrative in his head that, I'm the bad guy and I called him out and this and that. Yeah, I called him out, bro, but you chose to fight me. I'm not in that position. He knows that. I'm ranked number 9 in the WBA. I do deserve a title shot, and that's what I got. But he's gonna keep crying about fighting me. He's the one that chose me. He had 4 other names. He had 4 other names. He chose me, so I don't know.
John Radford, Boxing Bananas. Just wondering, you know, you called Caleb a quitter. Just want to know what round you think you're going to break him in.
8 or 9. Yes, sir.
You know what? And I want to piggyback off that quitting question. When I talked to Bradman Edwards was perplexed by the commentary of you about him being a quitter, saying that when exactly did you see Caleb Plant quit? What has made you come to the assessment that he is a quitter?
You know, I've heard things. Vegas is small. I've heard things about, you know, I think he's kind of just a prima donna. You know, things aren't going his way. Oh, whoa, boo-hoo, this and that. That's how I feel. We're going to see Saturday. But the Canelo fight, look at the LB Ali sparring. And I know that got taken down because he probably was going to sue him or something. Like, he's a crybaby, bro. He's a prima donna. I feel like I'm a man of the people, and I don't go around, you know, being a prima donna.
Trevor, last words for the fans at home that are getting ready to find out who you are Saturday night.
What?
Last words for the fans at home that are getting ready to find out just who you are Saturday night.
Guys, tune in. You're going to see on paper a shocking upset.
Appreciate your time, bro. Thank you.